All right, look at that. Look at that, that looks freaking amazing. Today we are in beautiful Saigon, Vietnam, going on another drinking adventure, and I do not mean snake wine. It's so burny. Vietnam is actually the second biggest producer of coffee in the world, which might surprise a lot of people. You see, France colonized Vietnam for decades up until 1954. These days, traces of French influence can still be found in the banh mi baguette bread, their popular flan desserts, and of course, the massive coffee drinking culture. And that is why I am here with my one-trip guide, Chang, who is going to take me to the most amazing coffee experience you can experience in Saigon. Is that right?
Yeah, sure.
I like your confidence. Yeah, whatever. When Westerners try Vietnamese coffee for the first time, what is most surprising to them?
The coffee is too strong, you know?
What age did you start drinking coffee?
10 years old?
Since you were 10?
Yeah.
Holy sh**.
Why?
Today we're traveling deep into Saigon's Chinatown to a residential intersection teeming with market action and one special coffee shop that you would surely miss unless you knew what you were looking for.
This is gonna be an epic coffee experience. Already I'm looking around. We're in the middle of Chinatown, right?
Yeah.
There's people eating. There's a market that's closing down. There's other people staring at us like, what the F are you doing? Like this lady right here. Oh, she suddenly lost interest. Okay, she's leaving, that's fine. So we're here for the coffee. What is going on behind us right now?
Roasting coffee here. Yeah.
All right, good. We don't need to use a lot of words. Sometimes we can just be simple about things.
Cafe Baru is one of the few remaining establishments still making cafe vut, or racket coffee, where they use a net in lieu of the more common coffee filter. And that's still not the most unique thing about this place.
They've got a giant roasting cylinder here. They're gonna start a fire in this box, and then they're gonna put beans in this cylinder, and then they're gonna roast them.
Every couple weeks, the cafe owners roast 10 kilograms of fresh coffee beans right on the street.
Everyone is so obsessed with freshly ground beans. How about freshly roasted, then freshly ground, and then freshly, coffee, water. Would they put the water into the coffee beans?
Hot water. Very hot
Brewed,
water.
and then freshly brewed. That's what's happening now. Cut. We are here with the owner of the cafe. How long have you been roasting coffee in this way?
60 mấy năm.
More than 60 years.
60 mấy năm rồi.
Whoa!
60 mấy năm mà không ai phát hiện hết trơn á.
Do you love coffee?
60 mấy năm.
Chị thích cà phê không?
Hả?
Cà phê. Chị thích cà phê không?
Hết. Uống
Yeah.
từ bé mà. Uống từ trong
Can you, chị có thể nói I love coffee không?
I love coffee. Chết đấy. Tại vì trong bụng mẹ uống từ.
When her mother was pregnant, she drank coffee too, you know?
The caffeine addiction started before birth. Thank you so much for having us here to shoot today.
No problem.
No problem.
No.
All right. Thank you so much. It is time to open the roaster. Yeah. They just put animal fat on there?
Yeah.
In order to lube up the track here, they just put on some pig fat. I love it. Who needs WD-40? Yeah. That is loud. 10 kilos of beans. Is that an M&M? We're still waiting for the fire to get hot, but we just put 10 kilograms, 22 pounds of beans in this big cylinder. And, anyways, it's gonna be sweet. Right now, they are in the midst of the roasting process. It's hot, right? We're sitting here because it looks cool, but it's not practical at all. We're on this tiny little enclave. They're roasting coffee right on the street.
In the afternoon, the market is closed. Everyone here gets used to this higher method, so
They're like, there's Hal roasting coffee again. He's gonna be continually rotating this thing. How long is he gonna be roasting?
Can you believe it? 1 hour and a half.
For an hour and a half. This guy has some crazy upper body strength. It's almost meditative. This guy's got great focus. Coffee that is roasted on the street in a giant metal cylinder. Does it taste better?
I'm not sure.
Okay, we're gonna find out though, right? Oh! And once in a while, he'll do a move like that. I wouldn't know when to do that, but he knows. He's a master. I think you're doing a great job. For me already, I think I would have messed it up. He's actually smelling the coffee as it's roasting in here. Oh, good move. When it's the right smell, when the skin is starting to come off of the beans, they're gonna put in some of this other stuff. They have a bunch of salt, they have roasting butter. They're gonna throw all those things in there and it's gonna do some delicious stuff, I'll tell you that. They waited for the cylinder to start smoking a white smoke, and then they put the roasting butter in there.
Yeah.
And it's been about 2 minutes since then. He's taking it out of the fire.
Be careful.
He's opened it up. Oh my God, the beans are a beautiful brown. The smell, it's like burnt popcorn a little bit. All right, look at that. Look at that, that looks freaking amazing. And they're bringing it over to this burlap sack. Look at that. That is 10 kilograms of beans, and he's just moving it and dumping it all out on the burlap sack. You can just hear him crackling. And from here, she's putting on some rice wine. The beans, they're still crackling like crazy. I mean, this is intensely hot right now. Who doesn't like fresh roasted coffee smell? They put in some salt, they put in some butter, and then after they dumped it out, she put on a little bit of rice wine, and that's all. Super simple. So I think this is gonna cool down for about 10 or 15 minutes. We're gonna grind it up, and you know what happens next. We are deep in the catacombs of this cafe, headed upstairs to where they presumably have a grinding machine. Let's check it out. Right here we have the coffee grinder. She says she uses it once a day only.
Yeah.
And she's been using it for 30 years. She's sick of my talking. She's gonna turn it on, and there it is. That is crazy fresh.
The coffee shop is famous now, so it's not.
Yeah.
Kìa bán được.
Awesome, found
Kìa
it.
bán được.
Yeah, and then, okay, we'll work on it.
Để đây nè, bán được nè. Ở đây nè.
We have the fresh beans, freshly roasted, freshly ground, and now we're gonna get a fresh cup of coffee. It doesn't get any fresher than this. I'm very excited. I'll be more excited once I have some coffee in my bloodstream though, you know what I'm saying? We can see this is the net coffee method. She's putting a ton of these coffee beans into the net.
2 nets.
Into 2 nets. We're gonna double net it.
1 net for 10 cups of coffee.
Oh, okay. She's putting hot boiling water into the net full of coffee beans, 10 servings of beans inside. This bean is actually Robusta. Over 90% of the coffee beans made in Vietnam are Robusta. Robusta is a lot what it sounds like. They're robust, it's bold, it's flavorful, it is heavy, it can be almost syrupy and a little bitter. To counteract the intense boldness and bitterness of the coffee, they add in some condensed milk.
Yeah, we have a balance here between sweetened milk and the coffee, because the coffee is really bitter.
So she will pour the coffee right through the net. It's so cool. And there it is. Look at that.
2 ly phải không?
Thank you.
Yeah, come on. Come on, Jake.
We should cheers first.
2, 3. I never cheers. Oh wait, this is a drink.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you're right. Cheers.
Here.
Is it too hot? Let's try it out. Yeah,
Oh, bitter.
it is powerful. And that is why we have that big layer of condensed milk down here. Let's try mixing that
that's
up.
reason why we have to mix it.
Alone, the black coffee, quite bitter, very heavy, almost syrupy. But let's try it now with the condensed milk. Ready?
Yeah. Better now. My favorite.
It makes a huge difference. Who knew that sweet was the opposite of bitter? So I really find the flavor to be like creamy, sweet, a little bit bitter, but overall it's just really rich. Super rich coffee. About Vietnam, the beer is watered down and the coffee will punch you in the face. Can we agree on that?
Yeah, agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
For you guys, if you are interested in this kind of Vietnamese insider foodie experience, I suggest you hit up ONETRIP. They are a company putting on not only food tours, but they do the Cu Chi Tunnel tour. They do the Mekong Delta tour. A bunch of different tour options in Saigon, Hoi An, and Da Nang. To learn more about ONETRIP, click the links in the description down below. We will see you next week. A peace. Do you want to do one more time?
One more time.
Okay.